We're going to dive on into this deck here today. So we're playing a Jinx Draven aggro deck to start. So Jinx is a 4/3 for 4 with quick attack. So strikes first when attacking. And she levels up when she sees our hand is empty. Her leveled up mode gets a little bit bigger and draws us an extra card at the start of each round. And then the first time each round our hand gets empty, she creates a super mega death rocket, which I'm told is 12 times faster than the previous death rockets we had access to. So this deals 4 damage to the enemy nexus and 1 damage to all of their enemies as a 1-cost spell. Draven is our secondary champion in this deck, is a 3/3 for 3 with quick attack, that when you play it or when he strikes inside of combat, he creates a spitting axe. And spitting axe is a combat trick that requires you to discard another card to play it, and it gives an ally +1 attack. So spitting axe is a tool that helps us get our hand empty when we have both of our champions at the same time. So Draven helps enable Jinx's level up ability. And then the rest of our deck has a number of tools, cards like Vision here, which when cast or discarded has its effect. So Vision gives us a bonus when it gets discarded. Flame Chompers comes into play when it gets discarded. Jury Rig makes a 1/1 when it gets discarded. So we have other tools like Rummage. What are some of our other ones that discard? And Sump Dredgers that allow us to discard cards for value. Get value when we're shifting through our deck while discarding things. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games here with this and see how it goes. Perfect. Hey, Brave Hearth Lion. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Put this towards your favorite Runeterra deck. Will do. I appreciate the support. I haven't heard the music from this board yet. It's very soothing. Opponent is playing Maokai Karma. Probably a control deck. This hand actually seems pretty reasonable. Because we have like Crimson on 2 into Sump Dredgers, discard Vision, power them up. I'm going to keep this. So, to talk through the gameplay in Runeterra. So, similar to Hearthstone, each turn, each player gains a mana and refills their mana. But unlike Hearthstone, both players play at the same time in Runeterra. So I'm going to go ahead and play this 2-drop out. And now my opponent gets a chance to play spells or units before I get to do anything. Now, I can go ahead and declare attackers, or I can just pass. Attacking and blocking is similar to Magic, where I declare an attacker and then they declare a blocker, except it's explicitly only 1-to-1. So I cannot double block. When Crimson Disciple survives damage, she deals 1 to the enemy nexus. You'll note here that I have a little 1 down here. This 1 is because I didn't use my mana on the first turn of the game, and in Runeterra, when you don't use mana, you can bank up to 3 of it to carry across turns. Like, for example, I'm going to play Demolitionist here, which comes into play and deals 1 to this to deal 2 to them. So this will trigger and will deal 3 total to their nexus. You can take a mouse over the eye to find out what's going to happen. And then I'm actually not going to use this extra 1 mana here, and rather than losing it, it's going to get banked down here into my spell mana. So I'll start my 4th turn here with 4 total mana that I can use for anything, and then 2 additional mana that can only be used to cast spells. So I'm going to go ahead and play my Sump Dredgers here, which makes me discard a card. When I discard Vision, all of my things get 1 extra attack this turn. Wait, is that end of turn or is it permanent? No, this is a permanent +1 attack. That's sick. Mogwai with the insane host. We're just getting started. Hope you had a great stream today. I appreciate the support. Okay, and here's a little good example of the back and forth gameplay in Runeterra. So spells create a stack in the middle of the place here. So they're trying to Vile Feast to kill this. I'm going to respond with a Transfusion to hit this to pump this up. So now my thing's a 5/3, so it'll take 1 damage here. They'll get a spider, but they'll also heal 1 because this is draining. So save my thing from their trick. I think we're gonna go ahead and attack now. The fact that Shadow Assassin was nerfed down to just 1 power being relevant here. So Shadow Assassin is explicitly not going to trade with my 5/2, which is nice for us. Comic Cry! Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. You can see this survives a point of damage, so it gets to deal an extra point there. Feeling the damage nerf on this. This previously did 2 points of damage whenever it survived an attack, so that would have been like 3 extra points here. Zippy Zappy the Bapper. Thank you for the half a year. I appreciate that. So, Maokai, their champion here, the first time they summon an ally each turn, they create a sapling, which can force one of my things to block. I think I'm gonna Crimson Disciple here.
I'll try anyone.
And then the question is, do I Transfusion to save whatever they're hooking? Probably. Zonite Urchin would be sweet in the list after her buffs. Yeah, she's the 2-1 for 1, right, Chris? So, do I want to Transfusion to save this? I think the answer is yes. Now, there is some merit to starting my turn by attacking, so my opponent doesn't have a chance to play out extra blockers. However, getting Jinx into play before I attack also has a lot of appeal to it. I'm unfortunately 1 mana short of getting my hand fully empty here, because if I Jinx plus Boom Kuruki, I have 2 spell mana left over, so can't quite get excited. I think I want Jinx. They did also just make something in their hand ephemeral, so we could see them playing that out as a blocker here if I don't open on attacks. That's true. I could discard Boom Kuruki and play the 1 mana spell. That's a thought. I'm gonna play Jinx and see what they do. So when I play this here, they get a chance to play spells or blockers out. Okay, yeah, I think I like getting Jinx flipped this turn. This is a burst spell, so my opponent does not gain priority after I play it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and smash it, I think. Yeah, agree that leveling Jinx up is a big deal. And you can see here, the eye tells me how combat's going to play out. So if combat resolves right now, all of the things that are crossed out are going to die. My opponent's going to take 1, and this is going to go down to 1 life. And I think I'm okay with that exchange. Their Maokai is getting close-ish to leveling, but still a little bit to go. I'll probably want to try to get excited Maokai here. It could get denied. I think I take this opportunity to level Jinx, though. They could be a Snapvine stack. But they want Karma in that? Alright, that just worked. Now, if they have a way to kill Jinx here, we get pretty punished. They do not. Okay, so Jinx's leveled mode draws an extra card each turn.
Where there is life, there is hope.
We get to go ahead and Sump Dredgers, discard this, which triggers Jinx's Super Duper Mega Rocket. If you haven't seen the Jinx animation before, you're about to be in for a treat. Oh, this is ephemeral? Oh, are they just reanimating Karmas? They must be reanimating Karmas, huh? I think I want to throw this away to gain 4. It's a little too conservative. Revive a random ally that died this round. Okay, so this will bring their karma back, not ephemeral. Okay, cute. We had a massive host from Mogwai, who is another member of our F2K team and the largest Runeterra streamer. One of the really good examples of little details that Riot really gets right with Runeterra is that while that first Death Rocket animation is phenomenal, she doesn't actually do that Death Rocket animation every time you get one. So future Death Rockets from here will be slightly less animated. I think we just open on attacks here before they can play out extra blockers.
Peace has its cost.
And then I think before damage happens here, I think I want to rummage because Draven's gonna make another spinning axe. So this gets my hand empty, so we get another rocket here. And then we draw 2 cards off the rummage. We'll see if they have a heal here or a removal for Jinx, perhaps. Yeah, they have Vengeance to kill Jinx. I could level Draven here, right? Oh, he doesn't have an axe. I don't have an axe yet, so I can't do that. Do I want to kill this to keep my Sump Dredger? I feel like I might.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
I think I want to keep my Sump Dredger alive on this board.
You're gonna live that.
And then Vengeance kills Jinx. This kills here. This will unfortunately block, so it doesn't get to deal damage this turn. The Death Rockets that get created here are fleeting. That's what the green around it means. So I need to cast this turn or it goes away. So you get to 4-ball them. You get an extra axe if you're whirling Death with Draven. Oh, that's a good call. Right, because this is whenever he strikes anything, right? It's a good call. Thank you for pointing that out. Should we just replace Draven's biggest fan with the urchin that got changed? Is that reasonable?
Autographs after the fight, kid.
Autographs after. Oh god. Heart and mind as one.
So their karma's leveled now, so all the spells they cast get doubled from here. Yeah, we might have a hard time closing this out at this point. Really needed Jinx for one more turn. I think I'm playing Boom Crew Rookie because I just need to push the damage here.
Big mission.
This does 2 damage when it attacks. If they have something that heals here, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Have they healed it all yet? No. If they have like that 7 mana spell that heals 7. Steal an enemy follower. Sure. Yep.
God axes need victims.
That's always been there. Peace has its cost.
That'll do, pig. I don't know that swapping Draven's biggest fan to Urchin would have changed the outcome of that game, but
Man, not my fault.
not my fault. Oh, right, the Spirit Blossom thing. We got extra points for doing stuff now. Remember when the opponent killed Jinx, you could have let combat happen instead of rummaging. That way the 5 damage goes through, and then your Death Rocket's lethal and you empty your hand after. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think you're right that was a mistake, because you're right. They made a mistake and I punted back. They probably should have done their thing proactively. But you're right, when they passed, I should have just passed. I shouldn't have given them the opportunity. So Urchin. So this card used to have to wait till it died to draw a card. So this seems better now. Is this list more nerfed or buffed after the last patch? I have no idea. It's a good question. It's a lot worse for getting empty-handed with Jinx. That's not strictly true. Yeah, this is a great start. We're attacking on evens, unfortunately, but we can Urchin discard Jury Rig on one here. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan the Rummage. It doesn't really do anything with the rest of the hand. I already have something discarding the Jury Rig. Although Rummage with the Draven Axes isn't terrible.
Anything helps.
Bookie's interesting. Bookie's another card that's good with Draven.
Oh, I can't wait. Delicious.
That didn't do nothing.
Is that all?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that 6-drop. He's pretty clunky on average. How was Magic today? Pretty mediocre. Pretty mediocre describes most of Magic these days. Do I plan to transfusion to kill the Sump Dredger? Probably not.
The party has arrived.
I guess I could just Spinning Axe here, actually. And Spinning Axe lets me kill this on defense. Huh. What if I put the 1/1 in front of here and Spinning Axe ditch the Vision?
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, Vision is a permanent buff, so everything in play just stays bigger. Then we can open on attacks next turn. Yeah, Vision's really sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open on attacks. So for those that are new to Runeterra coming from my Magic stuff, if you start your turn by attacking, your opponent can't play non-burst spells to get blockers before things happen. Which is nice. Do I want a transfusion to save Crimson Disciple here? I feel like that might be an okay choice. Okay, now I could transfusion to save Draven and get a bunch of extra damage in. Okay, I think I'm in for that. Then, if we get set up right here, we could potentially be empty-handed. We could potentially level Jinx on their turn with the Rummage. What do I like playing the most? Runeterra is my favorite card game right now.
Just you and me, Fishbone.
Easy favorite.
Rules are made to be broken.
The core design of Runeterra is probably one of the best core game designs of any card game I've played to date. Really feel like they hit a great mix of taking like the best features of a bunch of different card games. Yeah, just let this happen and take 4.
No, it's your I'm on a roll.
So, are we opening on attacks here? There could be value just getting Sump Dredgers into play. I could get excited their Jinx, and then Sump Dredgers triggers this, but excuse me, that means I don't have mana to cast the missile.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
I'm gonna play Sump Dredgers out here. It's not a terrible pickup. It's a good combat trick.
I'm on the verge of something.
Would I rather kill their Jinx or save my Draven? Saving my Draven has a lot of appeal on this board.
Immerse yourself in the unknown.
I'll give you to the count of rise up.
I guess this levels their Jinx, which is bad for me. I wasn't thinking about that piece of the puzzle. So I let their Jinx level now. That's probably a mistake.
Stay away from that switch.
Everyone goes down.
So many questions.
Yeah, I think that was wrong. I think I should have let my Draven die and get excited this. Runeterra spoilers will be frequent with releases every 2 months. That'll still be less frequent than a lot of Magic spoilers. Magic's been incredibly release heavy for a very long time now.
Let me show you what I can do.
All right, so we can get our hand empty this turn too. So we can go 2-drop.
Called gunplay.
It wasn't me.
Oh, you know what? I should have Chomp Bird. Is what I should have done. I should have Chomp Bird to chump block with that instead of chump blocking with this. So my sequencing on which of my things I played that turn was wrong. And this bins a vision here, which powers these up. This is putting them to 1. This is putting them to 5. This is putting them to 1. Jinx mirrors are explosive. Accurate. Okay, so we'll get to open on attacks here. This is also a good draw.
No, it's here somewhere.
This is technically a lethal trigger. Got him. Yeah, getting our Jinx leveled first there was pretty huge. Getting lethal out ahead. I had lethal by playing. I also had lethal by attacking, and I'd rather open on attack, so that way if my attacks go bad, I have a fallback. Because if I play the 2-3 out and they disrupt my trigger somehow, I then might not have lethal attacks anymore because they're going to get to play blockers as a follow-up. So I think when I have both lethal on open attacks and lethal with the play out of my hand, I'd rather open on attacks. I still have the play out of my hand later, and I won't necessarily have the same attacks guaranteed later. It's one of the many infinite in-game decision points that Runeterra offers. Very, very pleasant. Just the incredible amount of in-game agency that Runeterra offers is just so fantastic. Lucian Zed, am I at the highest rank? No. No, I only play for like 2 to 3 hours on the days when we play, and a lot of the decks I play here are viewer submissions, just like in Magic, so I think we're Diamond or Platinum. I don't know. You can always find my rank by typing !rank in chat. I'm gonna keep this hand. Actually, it seems reasonable. It's a good addition. So Lucian's got quick attack here, which means when attacking, he hits first. So our 2/3 would not trade here. You can see the eye tells me that this block is bad, so let's not do it. The eye knows all, chat. The eye knows all. I think I'm going to go ahead and Demolitionist this turn so I can get 2 spell mana banked so I have Transfusion up down the line if we need it in a pinch.
I've always got your back.
Don't worry about me.
So Lucian levels if he sees 4 allies or Cena die, and Cena gets powered up if she sees Lucian die. These two are married, I believe, in the lore, is the... If I recall correctly. So do I want to attack and let them level Lucian? If one Lucian dies, they're all leveled for the rest of it. I get in a hit, and I can get excited to finish it, but then their other Lucians will also be leveled. I think I'm supposed to do this because these things have quick attack on offense. So getting a trade on defense seems profitable for me. This might be wrong letting them level the Lucian. So leveled Lucian here rallies, which gives them an extra attack every time an ally dies for the first time for them. So I have 6 mana total, 2 of which is only useful for spells. I think we're going to start on Draven here and get a Spinning Axe. And then we'll probably ditch the Spinning Axe to get excited to kill Lucian. Yeah, Ranger's Resolve would not be great for us. Thankfully, they don't have it. So this thing has Scout, so it gets to attack twice, so... We are taking a couple hits here, but I think that's fine. We're going to have 5 mana total this turn. I think we're going to go ahead and Astute Academic into Sump Dredger, ditch Vision, which will give everything +1 attack from the Vision, but then Astute Academic will also gain an extra attack this round because we'll be drawing a card off the Dredger. We unfortunately won't have Transfusion up in combat, but I think that's fine. This card is elusive. That's what the little border means on it, which can only be blocked by other elusive units. Probably going to need to trade with the Grizzled Ranger next turn, likely trade off the Academic. And then hopefully Boom Kuruki, Crimson, and Transfusion here will be able to close the game out next turn. The person I work with has COVID, but since I have no symptoms, I have to wait like 5 days to get tested. Yeah. Which, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. He lied, Manatide. I guess I get to trade these here. I think I'm still okay with that. So I want to get in my hit. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with my 5-3 just because I have Transfusion down the line to save it. If they don't open on attacks here, I'm going to play Crimson Disciple out, so that way we can get value with the defensive Transfusion.
I am the blade in the darkness.
They'll never see us coming.
I have many faces.
Any sponsor codes right through Runeterra? Nope. No, I'm just this Runeterra segment is sponsored by viewers like you, Hangdren. Game's a lot of fun. So, how do we want to play defense here? I think I'm putting this here. And then we'll put this here. And I think I'm going to transfusion this to this.
What are you waiting for?
Transfusion this to this, and then get excited the Zed. Although I might want to block Zed just in case they have a trick.
Look what you did.
This ends with us at 4, which is a little scary. If they're not Noxious. Say they could have Decimate, but their colors don't have Decimate. Great. Works out okay. So they have just this 4-1. We'll see if they have another unit as a follow-up here. Probably going to open attacks on our side. That's a good one. So that lets them rally, which lets them attack again here. So we are exactly dead to that. I don't know that I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to play around that. Like, they're playing Lucian, so they're obviously the rally aggro deck. I don't know. To play around that, I have to chump block their Zed Shadow, which I'm not sure is something I'm really interested in doing. It's a pretty low value proposition. I guess to play around that, I could have used the Get Excited to kill the Zed pre-combat instead of playing out my Crimson Disciple. I would have missed, I would have missed 1 point of damage with the Transfusion not having the Disciple in play, but I would have saved 3 points. I think you're right, sir, that was the play around rally line, was Get Excited the Zed pre-combat. Easy Karma, so a control deck here. I think we're gonna bottom the Rummage and keep these other ones. We find like something that lets us discard the Vision. We have a pretty aggressive opener here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Rummage because it discards the Vision. I'd kind of prefer like a Sump Dredgers though, or like a Draven.
Brought my books. Hope that's all right.
It's a really solid turn to attack here. That's perfect. Wow, we could be super aggressive this game now, huh?
With fire steps, the dragon approaches.
That's rude.
Let's test my theorem.
Trade?
You act, but do not see.
My right.
The order rewards its faithful. War Mason, reporting for duty. For the glory of Noxus. They cannot hide.
So, I think I banked this spell mana. Will Demolitionist this...
If they don't break, they'll burn.
Okay, so do we, like, cast Jury Rig and then, like, Rummage discard these? I think that's the play, right? We just, like, go Jury Rig, Rummage, bin these. Attack. Oh, I could bait blocks. Yeah, it's true. It's a burst spell. Sure, that's a good call. Could have baited better blocks with this. Gotcha's an absurd draw for them this turn. They are down to 7 though.
We each hold a world within.
They don't have a 1-mana spell here. We're in a good spot. If they have a healing potion, we're in a lot of trouble. They have a rummage of their own. Okay, so these are going to make Dragonlings next turn now, which lets them gain some life back here. That's a big deal.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Really good turn for them. Yeah, I get to level Jinx this round at least. We get to go Jinx into Urchin, bin this.
Routes closed.
And then, maybe on the back of Jinx's rockets, we can still punk this game out. That's if she doesn't get excited or whatever this turn. Gotcha. Need a gotcha now at this point to prevent her from leveling. Okay. They're gonna have Dragonlings next turn, which is unfortunate but expected. I guess if we get a rocket, the rocket could clear the Dragonlings. Because the rocket deals 1 damage to all their stuff. That's great. That can protect our Jinx from dying in combat.
Breathe in.
Huh? Yeah, rocket clears Dragonlings pre-combat. Yeah, we just guarantee the rocket, right? Who am I transfusing, though? Am I just pumping Jinx to preemptively keep her toughness high this turn? I feel like that's probably the right call. Like, do a point here, pump her up. I could, yeah, I think that's the play. What does a 3-mana card do? When it gets discarded, it gives when it gets played or discarded, all of our units get +1 attack permanently. Punished. They're still, are they dead? They're dead to this, right? They're out of mana?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we got the rocket and she gave us a card. Yeah, nice. Sick. The noxious aggro card still feels super reasonable post-nerf. Like, Transfusion is still probably one of the best pump spells in the game. Yeah, Urchin's been a real good swap. Draven's biggest fan was not particularly exciting, and Urchin's been very good so far. I think I mulligan these two just looking for other things to play on curve, right? Huh. You know, it's kind of funny. I know I mulliganed these, but this is actually probably the better turn 2 play. Since we picked it back up, right?
There's a chill in the air.
It's a little punishing. I mean, I like shiny cosmetics.
Hello, love.
In the field, you call me commander.
This is such a brutal start. I was going to get excited this, but now this will be a 5/3 with double attack. I just like taking a hit for 7 though? I feel like I might just be taking a hit for 7.
Let me show you what I can do.
Purity and peace.
We're just getting Jinx down.
And them.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that.
Stay back.
This lets them level their Lucian. Ugh. That's super unfortunate. Now they leveled Lucian and we lost our Jinx, so like we've lost our biggest payoff and they still have theirs. Like it was fine giving them this because we were going to be able to roll up and get Jinx leveled shortly. But that's no longer an option now. Definitely going to need to get excited here. Need to hope to dodge Ranger's Resolve. That can give their things tough as a trick.
I'll hunt them where they breed.
If they don't break, they'll burn. Make the
I don't think we're in garbage time in this lettuce. I think we're fine.
Let's see what you can do. Look what you did.
And if they want to attack with this again, because it's a scout unit, I can trade the Demolitionist for it.
The hunt is on.
Yeah, the deck building requirements in this game are simply you can only have 2 regions represented in your deck. It's not explicitly regions of champions that you have. So if you're playing 2 champions of the same faction, you can play any other second faction with them. Yeah, it's not like Commander. Well, we have a really awkward build our own way to kill Misfortune. So we can transfusion this plus rummage bin the vision and then hook the Misfortune.
Run if you don't.
Hello, wife. What's up?
Can I have your phone?
You have my phone. Okay. Have fun.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this here to here. And then I kind of expect them to block something else, right? So I feel like I could pass and like try and bait them into some blocks here. If they say no blocks, I get into a little bit of trouble, but like they might have put this here, and then I would have gotten them with the vision a little bit. So the leftovers here aren't amazing, but at least we're cleaning up the board. The problem is our hand is on empty at this point.
I'll be damned.
Our games where we don't have a Jinx to feed us cards definitely feel a lot tougher than the games where we do have Jinx.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
It's too bad Jinx doesn't have a biggest fan, right?
Store the rations! Shackle the prisoners!
Think we're killing Sano with Get Excited.
Lever! It's vice! Feel the sizzle!
Yeah, basically, have to draw Jinx or are gonna be dead at this point. I love War Chefs. I like the support mechanic. This and Shen are some of my favorite cards. I really like those archetypes. All right, if they have a way to stop this Get Excited, we're done here. Even if they don't, we're still pretty far behind. Like I said, basically have to draw Jinx next turn. I can at least Chompers trade for the chefs, but we need a catch-up mechanic at this point. Actually can't play Urchin here because we have to have another card in hand to discard to play it. Is that Ranger's Resolve? Man, maybe we want some number of that 6-drop at the top end of our curve to draw 3 with. Maybe even if it's just 1. I feel like I need like 1 more copy of something big to do at the top of the curve. Something to gas back up with that's not just Jinx. Do we play some Augmented Experimenter? It's a little bit of reach too. Does enemy include Nexus or is it just their stuff on board? This is not Nexus. It doesn't hit the Nexus, right? Just the board. Okay. Nah, I don't really feel like the games are getting to the point where just like randomly foring them is something that's gonna catch us back up. I feel like I want something that like is a really big swing. Yeah, Farron could be okay. That's if I wanted a one of, this is something that could be reasonable. This is like a really big go over the top card. Yeah, I feel like that, though. Like, I feel like our problem isn't a lack of reach, it's running out of gas. Big agree. I'm gonna trim a Flame Chomper and go up a Augmented Experimenter and see how that feels. I think 8 things that pay us off for discarding is probably plenty. I'm gonna try Experimenter to start. I feel like I want like 1 to 2 more like Jinx style cards or like big top end leverage what we have going on. Bookie. Yep, I mean, Farron's definitely not good against aggressive decks. It would definitely be more of a card to give us some extra leverage in the mid-range and control matchups. Is Progress Day better than Experimenter would be the question. I feel like it's probably not.
Let's get to it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I think I agree with the assessment that the Bookie's probably not good without Draven going, and if we have Draven going, we're probably winning anyways, which puts Bookie like solidly in a win more territory.
What's that you got there? Say your farewells.
Yeah, they did good, Silence. The range of things they changed. They made adjustments I didn't even realize I wanted made, which was fantastic.
Remember the objectives.
Maybe I'm supposed to play Boom Crew Rookie this turn and do this next turn when I have Transfusion up.
For the glory of Noxus.
Crimson Disciple was nerfed in the most recent patch. This used to deal 2 damage when it survived damage. So like they would be 2 lower under the old Crimson Disciple text. They have another Make It Rain here.
Treasures of the ages for price.
Of course I'm ready.
That's kind of funny that the MTG bot has the updated card text before the Twitch overlay does. That's just for this game. I think I'm probably gonna play out Astute Academic before we attack in a bit. We'll see what they play.
Always up for a round or two.
Twisted Fate, Rude.
I'm a people person.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
I think I'm gonna chump attack the Boom Crew Rookie into the Twisted Fate to push damage here. Because if I don't chump attack these in the Thermo Beam, that's unfortunate. Okay, with Thermo Beam, I am not chump attacking this. I think we send these in, they probably block here and take 2.
This to your bill.
Again, getting to a point where we're out of gas, so we're hoping to draw Jinx or something like the Experimenter that we added in. Legion is more aggressive. I mean, this game's frequently attacking for 2 to 3. I don't know, between like while you're right that like on paper the card you're suggesting is more aggressive, the way it works out in practice, the way a lot of the removal in this game lines up, like not dying to Vile Feast and Make It Rain, or like Twisted Fate, red card, like all of those things are big deals that add up. What's up, youngest son? Where's your phone? I don't know, it wasn't my turn to watch it. Well, that's super unfortunate.
For the Empire.
Maybe I'm not supposed to do this here, so that way this doesn't trade with this. It's upstairs somewhere, dude. Go look for it. Actually, you had it last night when you went to bed, right? It's wherever you put it. Have your mom ring it if you can't find it. Yeah, and then I caved and gave it to you at night. Because I'm a pushover. Alright, so do we open on attacks, or do we play these 2 out? I think it's probably add to the board. I think if I hadn't picked up another good threat here, I'd open attacks, but
I'll try anyone once.
I was wondering why he went upstairs. He went upstairs to get a shirt so he could go into your office. That's great. At least he understands. At least he gets it. I like the new changes. At a glance, they all look really good, pal. If you want if you want a full reaction video, up on my YouTube from yesterday, we did or 2 days ago, Tuesday, they posted the patch notes. I did a full live reaction response and thoughts on the changes that they made. Playing with this Noxious deck today really kind of cements that this was a good change in my mind. Because, like, we've been playing close, interesting games, even with this nerfed.
You are the many.
I think that's pretty unlikely to be the case, Jer the player. Like, this isn't Magic the Gathering. My opponent doesn't have Teferi in play. Like, they have 6 cards in hand and a bunch of mana. The chance they're forced to block with their Twisted Fate and open attacks there is very low. Runeterra is incredibly interactive. And like my opponent's playing Bilgewater and it's Piltover, right? Is the other color combination? Yeah. So
You're bluffing.
I think it was much better to add both my things to the board, so I think my open attacks is pretty unlikely to be lethal. This is pretty good for us, right? Like, they have cards in hand, but they're going to 4, and I have 3 things in play. The fact that combat tricks are playable in this game is so enjoyable. Just love every bit of it. Love you, dude. A lot of my favorite decks in Magic's history are decks that are constructed decks where combat tricks are playable. Jinx off the top would be absurd. That is an unfortunate draw, but at least we're not attacking this turn, so next turn we'll be able to play this before we attack.
Who says I don't share? All or nothing.
No blocks here, because this is quick attack. Now, with the Sump Dredger, Jinx is actually a pretty mediocre draw. The, what's it called? Our 6-drop here would actually be a great pickup. Experimenter or whatever it's called. Getting excited. Huh? Jury Rig would have been a real good one.
Strike at that foundation.
I think with the burn spell we open attacks.
I'm sure.
And honestly, like, I have so much mana at this point, I think I'm just passing.
True display of skill.
Never lost a fair game or played one.
That's really good.
For all of you.
Yeah, maybe Sump is just better as the payoff. I don't know that I want 3 of the 6-drop, though. It's a lot of that style of effect.
One shot, all skill.
This is 3 down to 6. They're gonna get a Mystic Shot. I think we play Sump. It's a good pickup. Watch them burn us out with our own, like, get excited here. This trigger could be lethal. We'll get to draw a card next turn, so if we get this trigger plus get excited, they die.
Charge. My first big mission.
Am I dead yet?
I deal in coins and carnage.
Just gonna put this here.
You played Runeterra on mobile yet? Runeterra runs better on my cell phone than Magic the Gathering Arena runs on my gaming PC with a 2080 Super graphics card in it.
Time to go.
I'm more mad at myself for not being able to put down shape.io, but I'm a little mad at you for showing such a stupid time waster. Thanks for the biddies, Red. It's really a good game. I think I want another experimenter at the top end. I want to try and draw it a little bit more consistently. And like, we have other things that let us loot through it if it's awkward too. Is it better than Sump Dredger? I almost like Sump Dredger better than Urchin. Urchin's been kind of whatever. I might coward split these two too. Boom Kuroki's been okay. I've got a lot of 2-drops in the deck. So 27 months, Sagbad. I appreciate it. Is Crypto Disciple good enough? Crypto Disciple's been very good. I think Transfusion's still one of the better cards, one of the better combat tricks in this game. And Crimson Disciple plus the other 2/3/2 drop still has been very, very reasonable. So, Augmented Experimenter is a guaranteed Jinx level. So it's good with Jinx as well, which is sweet. So we'll see how that goes. Is mobile Runeterra linked with a PC account? Of course it is, Hanged Rand. Riot's a real software company. That was a fantastic pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Curve it out. But it's playing a Draven Lee Sin, eh? Oh, Flox is so excited. Oh, give us a heart, chat. Look how cute it is.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
That's normal.
Of course I'm ready.
I just did, Marty.
It's Draven time. Well, hey there, good looking.
Hey there, good looking.
Let's boogie.
Attack with these. If they want to block here, we can axe the academic. Do we have the League of Legends cartoon already? It's supposed to be coming, right?
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
Ready yourself.
We about to get transfusioned here? That's unfortunate.
Let's do this.
I think I'm just taking a hit here if they do that.
Silent as death.
Jinx? Stands for Jinx? Durr.
Durr. Thanks for the content. I haven't been able to watch lately, but I wanted to keep supporting you through my Bezo bucks. Have fun with MTG and keep having fun in Runeterra. Thanks, Kyle. I really appreciate the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
More pew-pewing. He's ready to pew-pew, chat. Ready to pew-pew. You about to level Draven here?
Clear your head. Let your instincts speak.
I think this only gains 1 toughness when it levels.
And I thought I was already perfect.
So we'll be able to kill this with Get Excited next turn at least.
What is gained when we return malevolence?
All champs are +1/+1 when they level. Really? Okay. Yeah, I think that's something like I probably knew. Oh yeah, Darius doesn't. Okay, I was gonna say, is Darius the only one that breaks that mold?
The party has arrived.
I'll try anyone once.
Nautilus is +13/1. Cause I feel like that's something I would have realized before.
Me too, kiddo. Me too.
Oh, Draven's a big dude. Do I get this going here? I could also Sump plus Jinx's Get Excited. I'm gonna start on Sump and see what we get.
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Draven's leveled mode has Overwhelm.
They cannot hide.
Let's boogie.
So they could pump this Draven by 3 with axes, but that would empty their hand. They could like pump 2 with axes and then like have double transfusion. Would be like +6. I still wouldn't be dead there, but I'd be at 3. I get excited. They're elusive here, I think. This is really bad if they have transfusion. They've already played one of those though. Got 27 cards, so could have another one.
Now we're cooking.
Maybe I'm just supposed to hit. Maybe I'm just supposed to hit okay there and take the hit.
Breathe in, breathe out.
I'm on the verge of something. Immerse yourself in the unknown.
I'll give you to the countess. What is that?
Force is meaningless without skill.
A pleasure to see you, Master.
I've not, King Koopa. Taking axes to give this barriers. Man, I kind of want to, like, bump off my 3/3 and play Urchin with Vision here.
There's a blast from the past. Well,
Their Lee's ready to level up. So if they level their Lee, I don't have good attack. I basically just don't have good attacks here, right? I have to just, like, pass, which sucks. I think we're dead.
I will play my part.
My lands need me. I will not.
Yep. So, combo kill here, basically. They give Lee Sin Overwhelm, and then he forces something to challenge him, and his leveled mode kicks it into the Nexus. This is going to hit us for 14. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely needed to be the beatdown in this matchup, and we're not able to do that appropriately. Their little Eye of the Dragon, whatever it's called, that produces the life linkers, just kept us off balance for too long. Hey, Abysmal, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Let's try one more with this, and then we'll roll on to some Teemo Rally, maybe. Be free, you little buddy. Thanks for the year and a half, Fakir. Welcome back. Karma Heimer. You have my attention. Well, I guess we'll bin the extra one of those. Excellent pickup. Hey, Derpface, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back.
Time to move.
I think we lead on Boom Kuroki because it pushes more damage here. Alright, maybe one more. Sometimes your pizza finishes, your doorbell rings, etc. You know. Hey, look at that. We hit 16, so it's time to change. That's one I don't have at 16 yet. Shadow Isle. Nice. Working our way up. Some emoticons, some shards. People that didn't see in this patch, they added a battle pass with a bunch of goodies on it here. Why am I only getting the regions to 16? Because the higher level you work on in the regions, the more XP it takes. So to be the most efficient with your early game development, balancing all your regions every 4 levels is ideal, because every 4 levels is the biggest reward in the regions. Okay. We'll see what we draw here. We have like a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve in hand already, so pretty good chance that Urchin's just gonna cycle whatever we pick up here on turn 1. What's the best way to overcome ranked anxiety? Talk yourself into realizing that your rank is actually meaningless. Like, your rank is basically meaningless in most games, and in Runeterra, like, there's literally just an icon is all you get.
Oh, I can't wait.
The Runeterra ladder is about playing games for the sake of playing games to have fun. Getting paired against people that are similar to your skill level tends to make for more enjoyable games. Thydmere is probably a champion that got a good bit better with the will nerf, huh? This is a champion that got tempoed really hard.
I have the best job.
For a lot of people, ranked is only fun if they win. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little burned out for Magic, but like the back and forth and the intricacy of a lot of these games in Runeterra really makes the game enjoyable even when I miss. Runeterra seems to do a good job of supporting what I would refer to as do the thing decks, where like you can try and have a goal that your deck is trying to accomplish where like I can feel some satisfaction with what we did even if we don't ultimately win the game. They could have something like Avalanche here, but that only kills my 2/1s. It's not even very good. Yeah, like this is it. Like they could have, they'd have like a deal 1 to everything to follow up to like kill Jinx here, but
I don't wanna.
yeah, and there's the Vile Feast. That's fine. One of these get excited is another Jinx here. Howdy, Dr. Mister. We're gonna load. Timo Rally's gonna load up on the mushrooms. Can you get some shrooms? And you get some shrooms. Everybody get some shrooms.
The spirit of winter awakens.
Well, poop. This thing deals a damage when it attacks, so it's threatening to clear out my board. I can save one with, I could save Draven with transfusion technically, but I don't even know if that's really very good.
Snow, wind, and ice.
This is gonna hurt for you.
I suppose I could also transfusion here, which then lets me kill the Anivia and they take a damage. There's still 4 mana off of hitting Enlightened on this. I could probably level Jinx and kill the egg with a rocket before then, because the egg's got nerfed down to 1 toughness. I don't hate that. Just bank 3 spell mana for the turn. We're doing well, Miss Sphinx. Haley just had her 1-month doctor's appointment. Doctor confirmed everything looks great. Haley's much bigger on average than either of the boys were. The boys were both like sub 50th percentile for like weight and head size, and Haley's like in like the 70 to 90% range for both of those things.
Jinx stands for Jinx. Durr.
Durr. Well, poop. These do not give toughness. I am. Yeah, that's what I plan to do here. So I'm going to get excited, kill this. I'm going to Spinning Axe, give this an extra attack, discard the Jury Rig, hook their spider, hit them for 1. You feel it may have been worthwhile to flip Jinx there? No. Yeah, I guess I could have... Is Jinx on 1 toughness better than Experimenter? Like, obvious, and like, this is like the show, right? Like, they had Vile Feast. So like, if I like go all in on the Jinx there, I like get completely blown out, right? Because she only gains 1 toughness when she levels. Descartes, Cesar, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Sorry, hold on. I was harassing Wizards Magic on Twitter. Feel free to vote.
Immerse yourself in the unknown.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I can't quite get my hand empty this turn, but I think that's also still fine, right?
For the Empire. For the glory of Noxus.
Yep.
Something ancient stirs.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people. Screaming helps, not at all.
I protect this place.
All right, so if they go to 7 here,
Sure.
okay, so definitely doing this. So this puts them to 6, and then I don't get a rocket when she levels up. I forgot I don't get a rocket when she levels up. That's fine. I think I'm still supposed to be aggressive there.
The Freljord's eternal guardian. Snow, wind, and ice.
Stay away from that switch. Let rage fill your soul.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. How did Magic go this morning? It was bad.
So many questions.
The Goblins deck in Historic is like a bad joke, Fox. It really should not exist. Do I still have it in here? I do. So, I feel like my thoughts on playing this list I think this felt like a worse Jinx deck than the Twisted Jinx deck. Like, a big theme I feel is that when decks are set up around Jinx, emptying your hand is generally bad. So when you don't have Jinx, your deck is really underwhelming. So I think I greatly prefer pairing Jinx with Twisted Fate and lots of things that draw cards to enable Twisted Fate, so that way we find our way to the Jinx we're working to set up more consistently. The one thing that I really took away from this set overall, this is something people kept coming in and asking, was it really cemented in my mind, like, we knew this, but like the Crimson Disciple nerf was good, and this card paired with Transfusion and Demolitionist, we still had a lot of really close games where we had reasonable aggressive starts on the back of this card, even though they nerfed the amount of damage that it was dealing. So definitely a good power level downcrease there on Disciple overall, but the deck as a whole felt like a bit of a miss to me. Definitely reasonable when Jinx was going and active, but not enough ways to consistently get to Jinx or find a second Jinx after the first one died and we vomited our hand. All right. At any rate, we're going to do a second Runeterra deck today since the patch just came out. We are going to play some Teemo Rally up next. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I get things set up, and I'm going to tweet out that we're changing decks. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll highlight and explain that when we kick things off. Angren. Yes, yeah, Bromderf is an incidental upgrade to both Fizz and Teemo for sure. Big agree.